It was a silence that didn't belong. It wasn't the peaceful quiet of a settled house or the calm of a windless afternoon. It was a heavy, suffocating stillness that instantly signaled a fracture in the world. In the span of a heartbeat, a routine morning turned into a lifelong nightmare, leaving a family shattered and a community haunted by unanswered questions. Before we descend into the harrowing details of this case, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on your notification bell. You need to be the first to know as we track the updates on this developing story and uncover the truths others miss. To understand the tragedy, we have to understand the normalcy that preceded it. The morning began like any other for the mother, a cycle of domestic rhythm that defines the lives of parents everywhere. It was a Tuesday, the kind of day that usually blurs into the background of memory. She had spent the early hours tackling the relentless list of household chores that keeps a family of four functioning. By mid-morning, the heavy lifting was done, and exhaustion finally caught up with her. She decided to take a brief, well-earned rest. It wasn't a deep sleep or a long dereliction of duty. It was simply a moment to close her eyes and recharge. This brief interlude would later become the most scrutinized set of minutes in the entire investigation, a heartbreaking reminder of how quickly life can pivot from security to absolute horror. When the mother opened her eyes, the first thing that hit her wasn't a sound, but the lack of one. The yard, usually a chaotic symphony of play, was dead silent. To truly grasp why this silence was so alarming, you have to know Lily and Jack. Lily, at 6 years old, was a force of nature, and 4-year-old Jack was a boisterous shadow. They were the kind of kids whose presence announced itself with shouting, laughter, and the thud of running feet. For them to be silent for more than a few minutes was practically impossible. The mother didn't slowly come to the realization that it was too quiet. The silence woke her up. It was the immediate evidence of their absence. Panic set in within minutes. Unanswered calls for Lily and Jack escalated from routine checks to a frantic, heart-pounding scramble. Instinct took over, and the mother's cries for help summoned family and neighbors. While this response was heroic and born of love, it was chaotic. Dozens of well-meaning people tore through the woods and the property, desperate to find the children. Tragically, this uncoordinated search likely destroyed the very clues needed to locate them. The crime scene, a fragile puzzle of potential evidence, was hopelessly contaminated by the footprints of those trying to help. Despite the trampled ground, one chilling piece of evidence survived. Near the patio, in an area that had been recently raked, investigators found a single, child-sized footprint. Because the ground had been cleared just prior, this print offers a tight timeline. It confirms one of the children was there, right by the house, moments before they vanished. It is a lonely, ghostly marker in a case devoid of physical clues, proof of presence, but offering no answers about where they went. As if the loss wasn't enough, the mother found herself facing a second assault, the brutality of public suspicion. Strangers online dissected her life, weaponizing her brief nap against her and treating her trauma like entertainment. Yet, amidst this storm of scrutiny, she has remained unshaken. She maintains a fierce belief in her partner's innocence, standing as a shield between him and the public vitriol, and refuses to speak of her children in the past tense. She believes Lily and Jack are still alive, waiting to be found. Ultimately, everything in this case comes down to the timeline. We are looking at a distressingly narrow window of disappearance, perhaps only 20 to 40 minutes between the mother closing her eyes and waking up to the silence. This implies a terrifying precision. 4 children to vanish without a scream, without a trace, in such a short period, suggests either incredible misfortune or that they were being watched. This timeline is a straitjacket that investigators must work within. It is a puzzle that holds the answer. This case is a stark reminder of how fragile our sense of security truly is. We have a mother punishing herself for a moment of rest, a community regretting its own helpfulness, and 2 empty spaces where vibrant children used to be. We will not stop covering this until there are answers. If you have any information, contact the authorities immediately. Do not forget to subscribe and ring the bell. We will be back the moment there is a break in this case. Stay vigilant.